Some people believe dolls are just toys. They sit quietly on shelves, decorate bedrooms, and bring comfort to children at night. Most people never think twice about them, but sometimes there are stories. Stories about dolls that move, stories about dolls that watch, and stories about dolls that refuse to stay where they are left. This is one of those stories. Emma was an 8-year-old girl who loved toys more than anything. Her room was filled with stuffed animals, toy houses, and colorful decorations. But on her birthday, she received a gift that would soon become her favorite. It was a porcelain doll. The doll had pale skin, long brown hair, and shiny glass eyes that reflected the light in a strange way. It wore an old vintage dress and looked almost too realistic to be a toy. Emma loved it instantly. She named the doll Lily. Her mother told her that she had bought it from a small antique shop at the edge of town. The shop was old and dusty, filled with strange objects and forgotten toys. Before Emma's mother left the store, the old shop owner had said something unusual. He looked at the doll for a moment and then quietly said, "Be careful with that one." Emma's mother thought it was just a joke, so she ignored the warning. That night, Emma placed Lily on a wooden chair beside her bed. She smiled at the doll, turned off the lights, and quickly fell asleep. The house was completely silent. Outside, the wind moved gently through the trees, and soft rain tapped against the window. Everything felt peaceful. Until 3 a.m., Emma suddenly woke up. She didn't know what had woken her, but something felt strange. The room felt colder, and for some reason, Emma had the uncomfortable feeling that someone was watching her. Slowly, she turned her head toward the chair beside her bed. The chair was empty. The doll was gone. Emma sat up quickly, confused and slightly scared. Then she noticed something near the bedroom door. Lily was sitting on the floor, perfectly upright, facing the bed. Emma stared at it for several seconds. Maybe she had moved it in her sleep, she thought. Trying not to feel scared, she climbed out of bed, picked up the doll, and placed it back on the chair. Then she returned to bed and fell asleep again. The next night, Emma decided to test something. Before going to sleep, she placed Lily on the table across the room, far away from her bed. She looked directly at the doll and whispered quietly, "Stay there." Then she turned off the light and went to sleep. Hours passed. Everything was silent. Then suddenly, Emma woke up again. Slowly, she opened her eyes and looked across the room. The table was empty. The doll was gone again. Emma's heart started beating faster. The room felt colder than before. Then she heard a small sound. Tap, tap, tap. It sounded like something lightly touching the floor. Emma slowly looked down beside her bed. And there it was. Lily, standing right next to her bed, closer than it had ever been before. Emma screamed. The next morning, she told her parents everything, but they didn't believe her. They thought she had been dreaming or imagining things. So Emma's father decided to prove that nothing strange was happening. That night, he placed a small security camera in Emma's bedroom. It would record everything that happened during the night. Emma went to sleep as usual. The camera kept recording. For hours, nothing happened. Everything looked normal. Then suddenly, at exactly 3:07 a.m., something moved. The doll's head slowly turned. Its arm lifted slightly. And then, very slowly, the doll stood up. Step by step, it began walking across the bedroom floor, straight toward Emma's bed. The camera image started shaking. Static appeared on the screen. And suddenly, the recording stopped. The next morning, Emma's parents watched the footage. Their faces turned pale. Without saying a word, they grabbed the doll and took it out of the house. That same day, they threw it into a garbage dump far outside the city. They thought it was finally over. That night, Emma went to sleep peacefully. For the first time in days, she felt safe. But sometime later that night, Emma suddenly woke up again. That same cold feeling returned. Slowly, very slowly, Emma turned her head toward her pillow. And there it was, Lily, sitting quietly beside her, its glass eyes staring straight ahead, and on its face a small smile, exactly where it wanted to be. So if you ever see a doll that looks a little too real, be careful, because some dolls don't like being thrown away, and some dolls move at night.